So a few minutes to do the what if before I go to work. I'll do the other few videos a little later on. But what if? I'm just going to continue on the part 2 from my part 1 of what if Goku went Super Saiyan against Raditz. So, to get my voice ready. When we last left our heroes, Goku and Piccolo had thwarted Vegeta's evil plan. Nappa had been killed. Vegeta flew away. And Goku and Piccolo ready for their next great adventure. So, as we last left our heroes, Goku still obviously can go Super Saiyan. He's able to go grade 2 if he needs to, but he doesn't bother doing it because he didn't need to, really. His power level roughly is around the 150,000 mark. Piccolo stands at roughly 125 million thanks to training in the hyperbolic time chamber beforehand. However, Yamcha and Krillin are still alive. However, Chaozu and Tien are still dead. It's going to take still going to take some time. I mean, they still have the Dragon Balls. They could resurrect Tien, but Chaozu's a different story. They talk to Kami about it, and they figure, hey, we can go to Namek. We still have my old spaceship, and things along those lines. Meanwhile, Bulma tells them that they're working on a spaceship of their own, and, you know, we'll be able to work some things out, maybe have some training. Basically, they'll get the Capsule Corp spaceship ready. So they figure, who's going to go first? Now, obviously, Goku wants to go, but at the same time, the prospect of getting more training in to work on Super Saiyan, because he can tell he can go further with his Super Saiyan form. He's figured, I'll catch up with you guys. You guys go ahead. Likewise, Piccolo's also going to stay behind. 1, to train with Goku, because Goku's a good training partner. And 2, going to his home planet is kind of feel a little uncomfortable for Piccolo, at least initially. So it'll be Yamcha, Bulma, and Krillin going out there. So they're going to head off. Likewise, Goku and Piccolo are going to head off respectively at their own time, training in the Gravity Room. Now, going to talk quickly about their training, and then we'll get to when they show up for the Ginyu Force. With the fact of the matter is, both of them have a power level over 100,000, plus the fact that that Goku can go Super Saiyan and grade 2 if he needs to. They can do 100 times gravity right off the bat and train under that. So they can more than likely crank it up beyond that if they have to. Probably even like 200 times. But I don't think they're going to get as much power. Like their training is going to... Their power level is going to decrease super quickly or super high. I see just a solid 10 times for both of these guys once they arrive on Namek. So Goku will arrive at roughly 1.5 million. Piccolo will arrive at 1.25 million, respectively. Now, cut to when these guys arrive on Namek. Same shit's kind of going to happen. Their ship's going to get destroyed. They're going to be in hiding. They're going to go look for the Dragon Ball Sensei, see Frieza and his men. I do still think Dende gets saved. Because one of the big issues people might make is, like, would Dende get saved because Gohan intervened because of his rage? I think between Yamcha and Krillin, they'll still end up helping out. Dodoria's going to get in there. All of Vegeta's side quests up until the team up with those guys is going to be the same for Vegeta. Now, like with in the anime, like in the actual story, like in the canon, Dende is going to take Krillin over to Gyoru to get the Dragon Ball and get his inner power released. Meanwhile, Yamcha and Bulma are going to be spending time together. I think it'll allow them some time to reconnect. So, Krillin will have his inner potential unlocked. Now, initially, it's always about an 8 times multiplier. Then it's the remaining whatever potential that person has. We know from the actual legitimate numbers that I sent you that Krillin's overall multiplier was around 42 times. Now, he's at around 3. I imagine him and Yamcha will be about 3,000 and 2,000 respectively, getting a little training in because Krillin's power level was about 1,500 when he arrived on Namek, but it's probably only around 1,200, I imagine, around suppressed. So on Earth, so I imagine there was at least a little bit of training, mostly probably like key and mental training, but still enough that raised their power level a little bit. So, factoring that in, take 3,000 and multiply it by 8, you're looking at around 24,000. Now, Krillin's roughly about the same strength as Vegeta when he arrived on Namek. He's going to come back, tell Yamcha all about that, and Vegeta's going to come... Now, Vegeta doesn't have that interaction with Gohan like he did in the original series. But he's going to Probably getting be around with probably come across Tien after he gets his power unlocked around. Well, no, that was before he got his power unlocked. So Yamcha probably actually no, I wouldn't imagine. Would Yamcha bother stealing the dragon? No, I honestly think he wouldn't steal the Dragon Ball. I think actually, he would have all 7 Dragon Balls and he wouldn't know how to use them. I think that's actually a very significant point. It's like he doesn't know how to activate them, especially in because he can't speak Namekian. So right off the bat, Yamcha also gets his power unlocked. He'd be around 16,000, game being 2,000 unlocked. So now it's like, why isn't this working? Then he decides to go to where he's sensing the power levels of the guys. And yeah, respectively, he's going to maybe he's going to egg them on a bit. However, he's still going to be cocky enough that he knows he can take them on. Obviously, he actually can't take on Nail, but that's beside the point. Ginyu show up. They'll end up teaming up together. They have all the Dragon Balls, but they can't figure out how to work them. So, and then they explain what, and I think there would be an explanation of why that wouldn't work. They're going to need someone. Like, maybe Dende actually is with them at that point. But, and this is a big but, it's not going to matter because the Ginners are going to show up, steal Dragon Balls, and then leave them to it. Now, the fight with Guldo is going to go about the same as with Gohan and Krillin versus Guldo. They are going to pretty much actually be strong. They could easily kill Guldo if be, but, the G is like, no, I'll just kill him. Their power levels will go up a little bit. I'd give it maybe 26 and 18,000 respectively. Which at those power levels, they hold their own against Raccoon better than say Gohan and Krillin did in the anime, or in the anime manga, whatever you want to say, in the canon. But they're still gonna lose. Then Goku and Piccolo and Vegeta's gonna lose. Then they show up respectively. Goku and Piccolo, they both go. Waste the Ginyu Force. They allow Jace to leave. Because whatever. Dende's in awe of Piccolo's strength and says, what? And they ask how Krillin and Yamcha got so strong. And they said this guy unlocked her hidden potential. It's like, you guys should try it too. I mean, you're already so strong now. Imagine what happens if you unlocked your hidden potentials and stuff like that. And Dende actually says, yes, I can take you to him. And they asked, should we both do it? It's like, well, I mean, if there's time, but I think you should do it, Piccolo. I can already transform, so we need as many strong guys. We need to level out the playing field, or decrease the gap between us, so we have a better shot against this Frieza guy. So Piccolo agrees, goes over there. Meanwhile, at this point, Nail is trying to go to help him, but also interacts with Frieza. So he's busy keeping Frieza occupied at this point. The whole situation with Goku and Ginyu goes about the same. Goku doesn't even need to do Kaioken because he's at 1.5 million. It breaks the Scouter. He's so strong. And Ginyu is, and then they switch his bodies, and that whole debacle is going to go down. And that's going to happen pretty much the same as it would in the original canon. Goku's going to be shacked up in the medical pod. Meanwhile, Piccolo shows up, and Guru is in awe at this Namekian strength. Like, my son. And the blah, 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 blah. So, he just before we go, how to save our people. It's like, you are our last hope. And it's like, well, what about Nail? Little Guru, what about Nail? Our last hope. I could see DBZ Abridged really going like that. It's like, isn't Nail trying to fight Frieza? It's like, our last hope. So, add the multiplier of 8 times onto Piccolo's power level of 1.25, and you're looking at about a 10 million power level. Now, he's going up. He senses Frieza's power. He's probably sensed it, and he was already stronger than the first 2 forms of Frieza as it was. Even if Frieza is over 1 million, it can't be anything more than 1.5, 1.1, 1.05, something along those lines. So, Piccolo was already stronger than Frieza at this point. So, at this point, he goes... Frieza suddenly picks up power level on his Scouter, and it breaks. Like, what the hell? So then Piccolo shows up, and he's just like, another 5th Namekian. How many Namekians does it take to boom? Just 1. So, Frieza realizes, okay, I'll transform into my second form. Over 1 million. Piccolo just rails on him again, goes into 3rd form. And at this point now, he's just, it's like, look, this is getting embarrassing. And he wanted to make him suffer, and he's making him suffer. Frieza, I think, eventually does go full form, but at this point, Piccolo's had it with him. And, he's at 3 million for his base, give or take. or suppressed base. So before he even goes to like near full power, and Piccolo's getting stronger progressively throughout this fight. So at this point, he's probably made somewhere in the line of 15 million. I believe because of Piccolo's nature, because and I probably said differently in other videos. This is me getting a better understanding of how this would affect the character overall. Because Piccolo is half of one being, and he's a warrior Namekian, he has far more potential than someone like Nail or an average Namekian, who, if we are to believe that Nail had his inner potential unlocked, which is why he's so strong, then his full-on multiplier was only like 14 times his base, which a normal warrior Namekian is around 3,000 or 3,000. So I imagine because of just all the potential Piccolo has between him, Kami, and their fused form, his full-on multiplier wouldn't be as high as, say, Gohan's, which was like 133.3, or Vegeta's after a bunch of Zenkais, but it'd be around 50 million, or 50 times, which would put him somewhere in a realm of 62, 65 million when it's all said and done. But the point being is Piccolo's had it, and he more or less just ends Frieza right then and there. I think Piccolo, because of Piccolo's nature, he's not as lenient as Goku, so he wouldn't give Frieza second chances. He definitely wants to make Frieza suffer, but he doesn't want to give him second chances. So after like getting to that full form, he just obliterates Frieza. What it says, special beam cannon, Masenko, whatever. Frieza's dead. He flat out incinerates Frieza in the long run. So now cut to when Goku wakes up. Goku power, I think, I don't think he would really take that significant of a Zenkai because he's already in the 1 million area. I think he would be somewhere maybe like a ×4, so he'd be about 6 million when it's all said and done for his base, which he'd add Super Saiyan on there, and maybe Super Saiyan, I think maybe he could tap into Super Saiyan Grade 3 at this point, maybe, but add Super Saiyan Grade 2, which we don't know what the multiplier is. Let's assume it's like another 25% added on to that. You're looking at close to 4 million then. But yeah, everything works out fine. They wish back their friends. Vegeta can't get his wish in because he's just no match for Piccolo or Goku at this point. They wish the Namekians back. They wish everyone back. Chaozu, Tien, respectively. Everyone's back alive. So they leave. Vegeta's there, and they also make a threat to him, saying that look, Vegeta, you may still be here, but screw these guys over, and we're coming for you. And Vegeta knows he can't do anything, and he's just livid, just seeing the Super Saiyan and this kind of Super Namekian. He's like, damn it all! I'm the prince of all Saiyans! And then he goes off into space all pissy. Goku does not learn the instant transmission because he does not go to Yard Rat, and we'll leave it there because I got to go to work. Plus, I just want to do the Namekian arc real quick. So, yeah, Frieza's flat out dead. Goku, the Namek's still there. Everyone's still back alive. Everyone's good. Guru passes on his, abilities. And we'll take it off from the Android arc, or beginning of the Android arc next time. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you folks next time. We'll be back with more videos later on.